Hello!
Okay, so today we are doing topic 13-2, and it is finding equivalent fractions on a number line. Which sounds hard, but it's not really, okay?
It looks hard.
Because we're going to do a couple together, so hopefully it'll be a little easier, okay? So let's look at this first one here. It says complete the number line to show that 2/6 and 1/3 are equivalent fractions, okay? So the first thing I need to do is look at the denominator there I have over here. What is the denominator here? Kinsley? Kizzy? Huh?
6.
6. But is that how I say denominator?
It's a 6.
Right?
Yeah.
Alright, so that means that I have 6 pieces. Now be careful, because when you see a number line like this, sometimes you want to say that you have 6 marks between here and here, okay? But remember, we always have one less tick, because we're actually counting the space here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces to get to the whole, okay? Does that make sense? Alright, so the first one is going to be 1 what? How many pieces?
6.
6, right? Because we've broken into 6. So the next one would be
2, 6.
we have 3, 6, and then
4, 6.
4, 6, and then
5, 6.
5, 6. And if I was going to do the 1, it would be what?
6, 6.
6, 6, because it's the whole, right? I want you to go ahead and put on your page today whole fraction, because we really need to get used to using that term. So 6, 6 is a whole fraction. It means 1. Okay? You with me? Put that up, Amelia. When I have one piece of that, it's called a unit fraction. So go ahead and put that vocabulary word on there too. So this one is my unit fraction, because we really need to work on those terms since we're just now learning about fractions. This is unit fraction. It's the smallest piece that can be happening if I break it into 6. Okay? It always has a 1 on the top for the unit fraction. Okay. Now we got to prove that 2/6 and 1/3 are the same thing. Right? So we have 2/6 and we got to get it to 1/3. Okay? What am I going to have to do? If I have a big number and I'm going to a small number, am I multiplying or dividing to get to that small number? Tyson?
Dividing.
I'm dividing, right?
Yeah.
So look at that closely. What did I take out of the 2, and then what did we take out of the 6 to get to 3? Tyson?
2.
We took out 2's, right? Because 2 divided by 2 is what? 1, right? 6 divided by 2 is
3.
3, because 2, 4, 6, right? So remember, we talk about numerator and the denominator being like siblings. If you do 1 to the top, you got to do it to the bottom. If you do it to the bottom, you got to do it to the top. Okay? So that means for every 2/6 on the bar, it's going to end up being 1/3. Okay? So we're going to count 2 of these. So 1, 2, and I'm going to make like a hump here. Can you do that with me? And then you can see here, I'm going to make this line darker. And down here, that would be my 1/3. Okay? And then another 2/6. So 1, 6, 2, 6. I'm going to make one big jump there. Would be 2/3. And then another 2, 6. 1, 6, 2, 6 would be 3/3 or a whole. Right? So now you can bring your arrow down here too. And my arrow down here. Sorry. Went to the wrong 3rd there. Okay? Understandable?
Yeah.
Does it still seem hard? Maybe? Okay, let's do number 3. And 4. We're going to do a few so that we have plenty of experience, okay? So what am I breaking it up into right now? Look at this. What's the first thing you see there? Kent?
It has some fractions on the number line.
I have some fractions. And what's my denominator? Heavenly? Right here? On number 3?
I say,
Number 3?
6.
6's, right? So let's read our directions real quick. In 3 and 4, write 2 fractions. So it wants fractions for everything. That name the same location on the number line. So they're at the same spot, the same location, so those are also known as, same spot, looks a little different.
Unit. Unit fraction?
No, starts with an E.
Equivalent fraction.
Yeah, brother class got it right. Equivalent fractions. So it's basically asking for equivalent fraction. Okay, we good? Equivalent fractions. It's the same thing. Two fractions on the number line in the same spot. Ooh, it's getting pretty in here. Okay, so let's go back. So we got sixes. Something's missing. So if I have sixes here, what's going to be on the bottom of that missing spot? This is a 6, and this is a 6, so this must be a, Jason?
Six.
A 6, right? Okay, now let's count it out. I got 1, 2, what's missing?
3.
3, right? That's not hard, right? Right? Okay, now from here to here, it's been divided into how many pieces? Wendy?
6.
From here to here, how many pieces is that? 2, right? So down here, what's going to be my denominator? 2. And how many pieces do I have? It's my dots right here. 1. So 3, 6 is going to be the same as 1/2. Do you notice anything? If you had, I know Mrs. McCammon teaches this. If you had Mrs. McCammon and you learned your doubles, raise your hand. Or if you had Mr. Phillips and you learned your doubles. As long as you know what doubles are, right? Doubles is when we take two numbers of the same number, we add them together and get some, right? So if you have the answer to a double and one of those doubles on top, you're at half. Does that make sense? Because 3 plus 3 is what?
6.
6. So I have half of 6 because that's part of the double, right? Got it? So without even looking at the bar, I should be able to see this and go, oh, 3 is part of 3 plus 3 is 6, so that's half, and that's half of the fraction. Okay? If I was going to do it with math, 3/6 gets me to 1/2. What do I have to do? First of all, I'm going from big to small, so Kyson, what am I doing? Same thing. I'm dividing, right? What am I dividing by? Real? What am I dividing here to get a 1? No? Wendy? Yeah, 3. If I divide 3 by 3, I get 1. If I divide 6 by 3, I get 2. Okay, so over here in this blank, we're still going to put these two. 3/6 equals, there goes my marker, 1/2. You see that? You with me?
Yep.
Okay, let's go down to number 4. Okay, let's take a look at it. What's it divided into? What's going on there? Yeah. What do I got going on? Evelyn, want to help him out? The denominator is 8, right? And I have something missing right here. Okay, so it's probably going to be an 8. Okay, what am I missing if I look at my numerators? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6.
6. Okay, now look down here. They've already started to divide it for me. You see that?
Yeah.
So look at the green ones. You see that? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's divided into 4. And I know I've got my numerator 1, 2. So this must be
2.
Oh, careful. Look. 1, 2. This one must be 3. Good. So over here you should have 6/8
6, 8.
and 3/4. Okay, I'm gonna go scroll.
And we're going to have the one. Yeah.
Hang tight for a minute. I'd at least get the bottom done before we do a special. Okay. Hopefully you got yours all filled in so you're still up for candy.
What is that?
Okay. So this one says write two fractions that name the same location on the number line. So what's that called again? Class?
Equivalent fraction.
Equivalent fractions. They name the same spot, but they look a little different. Okay? So let's look up here. What's missing? What's missing here? Kenzie?
The 2/8.
The 2/8. How do you know that? You're right. How do you know?
Because right there it's 1/8 and then 2/8.
Right, because it's missing a 2, and we know the denominator is 8, right?
Yeah.
So what's the next thing? So what's the denominator on the green ones?
Class?
Anybody?
4.
4. Rylan, so what should go on top? If I got 3, 2,
1.
yeah, 1. Not too bad, right? Tyson?
It is. The green is not.
Right here, on number 5. You with me? Sorry. 2/8 equals 1/4. What did I have to do to get to 1/4? What did I take out? Heavenly?
Divided by 2.
Right, because if I take 2 and 8, and then I divide both of them by 2. 2 divided by 2 is what? Parker?
Well, what's that? Like
Oh, it's right here. Just writing it erased. 1. And 8 divided by 2 is, Heavenly? 4. See it? Now, if you have to come up with the 4th, they haven't made you do that yet, think about your measuring tape. Remember when we learned about rulers last week, the week before? Like, for every 1/4 is an 1/8 because we just divide that 4th in half. Because we're making 2 parts out of the 1.
Yeah.
Okay? Alright. So let's go on to 6. I got 6 as what for the denominator? Liz? Yep.
The denominator.
Yep, 6. What's the numerator? What's it missing? Yeah, 4. Why? So counting, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So look here, the green has what is the denominator? Class?
3.
3. So this one's going to have a
3.
3. What comes next? 1/3?
2.
2/3, right? So 4 6 equals 2/3. Not too bad, right? Oh, there's the phone.
Mrs. Monroe,
Yes, ma'am.
Alice Blaze needs to get her things together and come to the office prepared to leave.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Alice.
Bye, Alice.
Bye, Alice. Bye, Alice.
Okay. So up here we got some more 8s. What's missing? We got this? Kinsey?
4.
4 8s, right?
Yeah, I can't talk today.
And what will go down here then? 1/4, 3/4. What's missing?
2/4.
2/4. So this would be 4 8s and 2/4. Okay, we're gonna have to roll down because I want to get through one more before you go because it's kind of important. You guys flip. I'm gonna roll down. We're gonna do number 13.
Oh, I think. I did number 8.
Oh, hold on. I'll help you with it. Number 13. Yona and Gabe each had the same length of clay. Okay, so they each have the same length. Yona used 2/3 of her clay. Using 6, what fraction of the length of clay will Gabe need to use to match the amount Fiona used? Draw a number line as part of your answer. Okay, so let's do a thirds number line real quick. You ready? So how many pieces do I need for thirds? How many pieces do I have to break this number line into if I'm doing thirds? 3, right? So how many tick marks do I need in the middle?
2.
Just 2. Remember, if you're doing ticks, it's 1 less. So this would be 0. This would be 1 or what? What's my whole fraction for thirds?
1.
Yeah.
2 thirds.
Okay?
3 thirds.
3 thirds. Right? So this would be what? 7 1 third. This one would be, yeah,
2 thirds.
2 thirds. And how many did she have? How many did Fiona have? 2 thirds, right? So Fiona's right here. Okay. Now Gabe has the same amount, but he has it in 6, right? So how many 3s does it take to make 6? 2, right? So that means for every 1/3 part, with me, I need 2 to make a 6. Because it takes 2 thirds, right? So I'm going to break it up. Every part I'm going to make 2. Okay? So this will be 1/6 here. And then this would be what?
2.
Yeah, 2/6. And then I break it up again. And this would be 3/6. And then this one would be
4/6.
4/6. That's our answer right there. I break it up again, and this would be 5/6. And this would be 6/6. Okay, so the answer would be 4/6. Gabe equals 4/6 Clay. Okay? You see how that works? If I wanted to break, this isn't the question, but we're going to write it over here. If I wanted to break thirds into ninths, I'll make my line again. This is 0. This is 3 thirds. 1/3. 2 thirds. If I wanted to break it into ninths, how many pieces would I need to make each third? Heavenly? 3. Why?
Because if you divide 9 by 3, you'll get 3. Or if you times 3 by 3, you'll get 9.
Right, because it takes 3 groups of 3 to make 9. Do you get that?
Yeah.
So I would break this one piece into 3 pieces by such 2 tick marks. So I get 1 ninth, 2 ninths, 3 ninths, 4 ninths, 5 ninths, 6 ninths, 7 ninths, oops, not 8, 7 ninths, 8 ninths, 9 ninths. Okay? That's how you break it up more. Because you're taking how many ever it takes to make 1.